Hey guys, good morning, everyone. Let me go and set up this room real quick and we can get started. So let's see. That's good. Let's see, today is January 11th, uh, Tuesday. I don't even know what today is. Today's Tuesday already. All right, so today is Tuesday, January 11th. Let me finish setting up the room real quick. And then we can get started with our analysis for the day. So, all right, that's good. That's good. All right, let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right, people are making their way in right now, guys. So good morning, everybody. I'll give it a few minutes for people to make their way in. As people make the way into the room, we can get started with our analysis. It is 6:21 right now, so we have about 9 minutes till market open. Still got some time. Morning, Patricia. Looks like a lot of you guys took some pre-market moves today. All the pre-market variations here actually hit full TP. So I was just looking right here. There's a variation right here, full TP for a buy. There's also a variation right here, full TP for a buy. Variation right here, full TP for a sell. Variation right here, TP for a buy. Variation right here, TP for a sell. Every variation that came up just now in the past, I don't know, hour, 2 hours, they all hit full TP. Variation right there, full TP. Variation right there, full TP. Like literally every variation that came up in the past hour, 2 hours, all hit full TP. So great work, everybody. A couple people here just showed me Andreas over here. So Andreas literally just signed up for K2 like yesterday. This guy signed up yesterday. He's been watching our mentoring sessions and stuff, but he literally just signed up for K2 yesterday. Yeah, so you can see his sign up here on January 10th. He showed me his profits this morning, his pre-market. He's already up 1,540, basically covered his subscription for like the whole year. And then he just sent me his update right here, locked in a total of 2,260. So great work, guys. You know, I like to see this, how people are actually making the initiative before they actually sign up to K2. They watch the videos, they sit in on the live sessions, and they start off killing it already. You know, Andreas's first day of K2, and he's already up 2,260. So, I mean, there's no excuse, guys. If you guys want to be good at this and you guys want to learn and you guys want to be great at trading the K2 strategies, it's possible. Andreas literally signed up yesterday. He's already up heavy in profit, all wins, no losses. So it's not that difficult, guys. I mean, if you guys are having difficulty applying the strategies, you know, you probably just aren't learning it properly, because there's people here who are literally just joining and they're killing it right out the gate. So congrats to Andreas over here. I'm not sure if you're here in the live session, but I'm glad to see that you're like pretty on fire and you literally just joined, you know, less than a day ago. So morning, Lisa, morning, Al, morning, Miles, morning, Wesley, morning, Peter, morning, D, morning, Maria, morning, Kenny, morning, everyone. So hopefully you guys had a great trading week so far, guys. I've had a pretty good one. It's only Tuesday, so it's been great for everybody. Not sure if you guys saw the profit posting from yesterday. You know, I try to post everyone's profits, but there was just too many profits, guys. So this video here was like 3 minutes long with everyone's profits. Generally, our videos are like 1 to 2 minutes, but this was over 3 minutes. So for our profits yesterday, I couldn't post everyone's profits. So sorry if you guys' profits didn't get posted. Telegram has like a limit where I can post so many. So I mean, literally, if you look at the profits that were posted yesterday, they go on forever. And I couldn't post anymore because I was already at my limit. I'm only allowed to post about 100 profits a day. So I mean, yesterday was just on fire. So hopefully we have another day like that today. It should be good. So see, it's 6:25 right now. Market is going to open in about 5 minutes. Let's take a look at the retail sentiment first. So retail sentiment is currently 59% short. So we're still looking for longs right now, but I mean, we might be shifting because it's like right down the middle. So there's no clear bias right now for the retail sentiment. It's not going to be too useful today. The main thing that we're going to be looking at is going to be the fundamentals. The futures data is currently down about 17 points right now. This will probably increase as the market continues to open at 6:30. One thing that you guys want to keep in mind is that the Fed is speaking today, right? So looking at the calendar of news today, we have Fed member Messer, who's already speaking right now. At 6:30, we have Fed member George speaking, and then the big one is at 7 o'clock, we have Federal Powell speaking. So one thing that you guys want to keep in mind is that we have a lot of risk today because the Fed, well, Powell's going to be speaking. Generally, the market's bullish when Powell speaks, but I don't know if that'll be the case today because the market is kind of dropping a little bit. We'll have to see what happens when he does speak. So let me just get this over here real quick. Let me disable annotations. It looks like people are drawing on the screen. Let me go and delete this. All right, cool. All right, guys, morning, Professor, morning, everyone. It's 6:26 right now. Market is going to open in about 4 minutes. So when the market does open shortly, we'll determine where we'll be trading. We might be trading bullish today, guys. So, just FYI, because Powell is speaking. So we'll probably be looking for some buys, but who knows? We'll see where the fundamentals take off as soon as the market opens, but there's no guarantee it's going to go up like it normally does. So there's some COVID news right here. It says United cuts flights as about 3,000 workers call out sick from COVID. So as you can see, there's a lot of COVID news coming out. A lot of people are catching COVID, especially the new Omicron variant. Other than that, I don't really see too much here really affecting the market. But looking across the board right here, all of the indices are currently in the red pre-market. The Dow is down 23 points, S&P is down 4 points, NASDAQ's down 47 points. So all around, it looks pretty bearish, but on open, this might swing all the way back to the upside. Who knows? We'll see. We're just gonna have to wait and see what happens when Powell starts speaking. So yeah, we're gonna be a bit cautious today, guys. There's probably gonna be a lot of volatility in the market, which is good, but there's probably gonna be a lot of back and forth movement as well as the Fed members speak. So currently right now, Fed member Messer is still speaking. They're gonna switch off to George shortly. It's about to be 6:30. So in about 2 minutes, Fed member George will be speaking. Randy said 10 lots today. We'll see first, Randy, because the thing is, all of the variations right here in the past 2 hours, 3 hours, they all hit full TP. So I'm going to see how the market looks when it actually opens. So if it moves kind of crazy and it's going back and forth, a lot of whipsaw action, then yeah, I'll go back to 10 lots. If not, then I'll just stick to my 15 for now, because the market has looked so good so far in the past, the entire London session, basically, the market has been moving pretty smooth overall. So if it continues to move like this, then, I'm going to take advantage of the high volatility, because you'll be able to get in and out of trades really, really quickly. The thing is, you guys have to be very focused today, because with the market moving so fast, you got to make sure to pull out when you're supposed to. There's no time to really be hesitant with your trades today. Because if the volatility is too high, guys, you guys got to get out right away. If you don't get out when you hit TP, price might swing right back in the other direction and hit your stop loss. So you guys got to be paying attention. You guys got to execute rather quickly. So the market is opening right now in about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and the market is now open. So let's see where the market goes right here. It's currently pushing to the upside. See where the fundamentals are currently sitting. Currently somewhat bullish, up 16 points. Not very strong, but it is bullish. So we'll see. Price is now starting to drop. This might be starting to drop as well. So it's at like 16 points right now. It's now at 6 points. And the sessions indicator throws it off a little bit. All right, so let's see what happens here. So this would technically be the breakout right here. I'm not looking to take it though, because the fundamentals are green. So I'm not looking to take this breakout. This technically is the breakout, but I'm not looking to take it. It just doesn't align with the fundamentals right now. But yeah, there's a breakout. Looks like it's gonna hit TP already. The only problem is that it might bounce off this Asia low. So this is why I don't want to take it, because it might just bounce right off it. Fundamentals right now currently, they're only down 34 points. They're not down a lot. Retail sentiment's currently 58% short. So, I mean, yeah, this would technically be the breakout, guys. Right here, we have a strong red candle, little to no wick on the bottom side. The momentum signal is red right here for a sell. Looking over at the technicals, it's bearish. Reason for that is because price is below the pivots, trend meters red. Same with the 3-minute over here. Price is below the pivots, trend meters red. And same over here with the 10-minute. So it already hit TP, guys. That's the breakout. It's not one that I would take. It's too risky. But if you guys did take it, you know, I did mark it up for you guys. So it's not going to count as a trade, obviously, because I didn't consider it a safe trade. So other than that, let's keep looking for the next trade here. There's actually a lot of zones in this area. So there. So right there. So there's a lot of zones around this area right now. There's actually a couple of snipes that just came up right there. Right here, there's a lot of snipes actually. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 off the specific candle here as well. I wouldn't chase this move just yet, guys. It is dropping. There's a full TP off the breakout. I don't chase the move just yet because this candle right here is too big. This is also a 3-minute right there. But I just wouldn't chase the move, guys. It's too big of a candle. You have to wait for it to pull back a little bit. Let's check the fundamentals real quick. This thing is tanking pretty heavily. Stock should a change ahead of Powell testimony. It's down 100 points now. So, it's down 100 points. So our bias now is for a sell. Looking at the actual stock index right here. The thing that you guys want to be careful for is that Powell is going to be speaking soon. So when Powell speaks at 7:30 or at 7 o'clock, actually in the less than 30 minutes, he might push price to the upside. So there's a 3-minute right there for the daily. Looks like that's going to hit TP2. I still don't recommend anyone chase this stuff as it's too risky. It's moving way too fast right now, and it has to pull back at some point. So if you guys did catch these trades, I mean, great for you guys, but I'm not looking to take anything too risky right now. This thing's been dropping heavily. I don't know if this is late reaction to the COVID news. Let me see if there's any other news that happened this morning as well. I know the Fed was speaking prior. We had Mester speak and we had George speak right now at 6:30. So these are two main news. Not sure what they're discussing right now, but if they're saying things that are, not great for the economy, that's probably what's causing it to tank. Also, the COVID news that happened this morning as well with regard to flights being canceled. Yeah, this thing it just went through. It's dropping lower and lower. Yeah, guys, but just like I mentioned, guys, I don't recommend you guys chase this move here. Don't ever chase a trade, right? You want to wait for it to, this thing literally went straight through the breakout for the daily and through the pivot. I mean, it would have been a nice trade, but I'm not looking to risk it right now. I'm going to wait for it to stabilize. So I'm going to wait for it to pull back, stabilize, consolidate for a bit, and then break back out to the downside once it's confirmed the move. Yeah, but yeah, the breakout and the daily right here have hit, and the pivot scalp. But like I mentioned earlier, guys, I'm not going to count any of these trades because I didn't recommend anyone take it. I'd rather be safe than sorry today, specifically because Powell is speaking. Whenever Powell speaks, the market does get kind of crazy. Powell's kind of like a modern Trump. When Trump was president, he whenever he spoke, he always caused price to spike. Yeah, this thing is tanking super heavily. I wonder if Bitcoin is taking too. I don't know if you guys have been following cryptos, but they've been tanking like crazy as well. All right, so we got the high right there. We got the pending low right here. I'm gonna wait for it to stop dropping and consolidate for a bit before I hop into it. The only problem with that is that we're getting close to 7 o'clock where Powell's going to be speaking. So there we go. As price starts to push back to the upside, we'll wait for it to push up, and then if it comes back down, we'll hop right into it. If we have any entries there. So this line right here is when Powell speaks at 7. Just want to be careful for that specific time period. Other than that, I think that's it for now. We have a pending low right here. Pending low right there. And we have the high right there. All right. So I'll be looking for some variations. I'll also be looking for, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw my own sessions here because it's just hard to follow with the sessions in the way. Purple. Yeah, sometimes when the sessions are too spread out or they're too close, they become hard to see. So I'm just gonna draw my own sessions right here so that I know where they are, so I can close the indicator. Close that. All right, let me turn that off. There we go. Makes it a whole lot easier. All right, so looking at current price right here, price is now starting to consolidate, which is fine. That's what we were waiting for. There we go. As price creates a new low. Actually, so I'm not going to put all these single strategies on here. I'm just going to put the triple confluence. If you guys sat in on the live session yesterday, you guys know exactly what that is because we just pretty much compiled the triple confluence strategy into just one box of requirements, so it doesn't make a huge mess on the chart, since that's mainly what we're using anyways. So if you guys missed the live session yesterday, mentoring session, I do recommend you guys go back and watch it. It was really good. It was really informative. So a lot of stuff was covered there. Anyways, going over here, I wouldn't take this snipe right here, guys. If you guys are looking to take this snipe, this candle is too big. It's gonna have to pull back. So looking at this range right here, this candle has shot down well over 2,000 pips. It's gonna have to pull back at least a little bit. So I don't recommend taking this snipe. If you took the one before that, great, because it hit TP already. Every snipe before this hit TP. So this one already hit TP. All of these right here hit TP already. So there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 snipe entries right here. So 6 times 5, that's about 3,000 pips, or 30,000 pips actually. Now that's a lot of wins right there. 3,000. Sorry, my math is off. So yeah, 3,000 pips right there. If you caught those snipes. Price is still dropping, but like I mentioned before, guys, I don't recommend people just chase this drop here. Technically, this would be a snipe, but I'm not recommending that you guys take it because it's too big of a candle. It's probably have to pull back to some extent. Yeah, what's going on in the market? Is there like COVID news? Let me check. I'm assuming they're speaking about something that's not good for the economy. I know they're talking about raising interest rates, but I'm not sure exactly what they're discussing. Let's see if there's any news here. Usually they give some hints here as to like why price is dropping like that. Yeah, it says the pullback in risk assets in reaction to Fed minutes early is arguably overdone. So, I mean, we'll see. It's saying that the pullback is just, it's pre Fed meeting. So when Powell speaks, price might just shoot right back up. So you guys want to be a bit careful with entering any sells at this moment. Which one did you see, Maddie? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, I was tripping. I thought I just didn't see it. All right, price is dropping lower and lower. All right, so there's no entries here off the 3-minute. The entry already came right here off the opening candle. There's nothing here off the 1-minute. There is a snipe here that's technically running from the 10 minutes, not one that I would recommend taking. Looks like it might hit TP. The problem is Powell's speaking shortly, guys. So it's 6:42 right now. Powell's going to speak in about 18 minutes. I wouldn't take anything on the higher time frames because you probably want to be out of the position before Powell starts speaking. Looking at the daily over here. The daily is currently dropping as well. All right, so looking at the fundamentals, it's down a lot. It's down 233 points. So our bias right now is obviously for sell. Retail sentiment still at like 50, it's 56% now. So it looks like a lot of people who are on the short side, they made their money and then they pulled out already. Looks like a lot of people are anticipating it to swing back up. So the retail sentiment is not going to be too useful today because that's 56. It's just neutral. But the fundamentals are very far down right now. Other than that, let's see. Yeah, so retail sentiment's at 56%. That is going to be neutral. Fundamentals are still bearish. So we're looking for sells. However, we're looking for it to actually provide an entry. We're not looking to just bandwagon on these sells right here. We want it to pull up a little bit, possibly provide a variation, and then come down lower. Man, this thing is still tanking. I'm like tempted to enter it if I see a trade, but I'm also tempted not to enter it because when Powell speaks, this could very well just come right back to entry, right? Let me draw a line to where entry point was. So 630 is right here. So here's a key point to look at. Market open right here at this dotted blue line. So what could happen when Powell speaks? His price can come right back up to entry point and then shoot up even higher. It's nowhere near the all-time high. So we got a long way to go. All-time high is like over here. So it's going to have a lot of space to push back up. The all-time high is about 11,000 pips away. So it's not going to reach the all-time high, but it's probably going to push to the upside. Yeah, exactly, Manny. All the way back to the open. Steven's asking, are we going to trade when Powell speaks? Maybe, maybe not, Steven. Because Powell does create the market to be bullish. So if it is bullish and the fundamentals swing back to the upside, then yeah, we'll probably take some trades when Powell speaks. In order for me to take some buys, I would need price to push all the way back up to open. I would need it to close above and then keep pushing up higher. If that happens, then I'll start looking for some buys. If it doesn't happen, then I'm going to be a bit cautious with the sells because Powell generally makes price go up. So if he's making price go up, I want to take a buy. I don't want to take any sells. Even though the fundamentals are bearish, that's why I'm going to be waiting for price to come above here, because if price comes above this point, this area right here, then the fundamentals are going to switch back to green. So just FYI, you guys got to be smart about your trades today, because there's going to be a lot of manipulation for people basically anticipating that price is going to go up, because everybody knows that when Powell speaks, price goes up, right? So if everyone knows that price goes up and people just buy, you're probably going to see some manipulated move where price will spike down to stop everyone out, and then it'll go up and it'll fake out right back down to stop people out again, and then it'll go back up, right? You guys have seen that before. That's why I generally don't like to trade when a lot of people already know where price is going to go. Like if everyone's anticipating price to go up like we are, it'll cause the possibility of manipulation in the market. So I would prefer to catch a trade before Powell speaks, but if Powell does speak and market starts to shift or it continues to drop lower, then we'll just move with it. So it's just going to be a matter of patience and waiting for these actual entries. Like just because price is pushing to the upside, I'm not going to chase any buys. If price is just pushing to the downside, I'm not going to take any sells. I still need a triple confluence entry, and I still need a variation entry. You still have to stick to the strategies, even though price just keeps pushing one way or the other. So other than that, there's the snipe. It hit full TP already. Man, this market has been dropping super heavy since open. Steven said, I forgot MFF uses micro lots for US 30. Would have made a good profit, put 3 lots and was supposed to use 30. Yeah, he only made a little bit off that, Steven. So instead of making, if you use 3 lots, you'd have $3 per pip. I think you went for a 500 pip TP. So $3 times 500, you would have made 1,500. But since you used a small lot size, you only made 36 a pip. So, or 30 cents times 500. Yeah, you made 150 when you were supposed to make 1,050. I mean, it's unfortunate, Stephen, but yeah, I mean, at least you knew that you made the mistake. That's a big difference, though. You made 150 instead of making 1,050, but it's all right, Stephen. Profit is profit. At least you won the trade. I think that's a positive for you. All right, so let's go back to the charts over here. Nothing here off the 1 minute. It's 6:48 right now, so we got about 12 minutes till Powell speaks. He might even come on sooner. I want to see if I could find him speaking. Let me see if I can pull it up on YouTube. FOMC. Yeah, I don't know if it's being streamed today. Today's 11th. Okay, yeah, it is being streamed today. So he is talking right here, 7 o'clock. All right. So I know they're gonna be talking about interest rates. I was doing some research yesterday. Basically, when interest rates go up, looks like the Dow usually drops a bit. So that's probably why the Dow is dropping right now. If Powell speaks and the interest rates if he confirms, because looks like his conference right here says Congress holds Powell's confirmation hearing. So I'm assuming. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm not really familiar with what he's going to speak about today. but I was, because the thing is, I'm looking to buy a house. So I was looking at like house videos, whether it's like, a good time to buy a house, and they were talking about interest rates. So that's why I know about that stuff. I don't know. I didn't coincidentally tied in with Powell speaking today. So that's why I'm kind of tying it to this, but who knows? We'll see what happens shortly. Powell's going to speak in about 10 minutes. When he speaks, we'll see if price goes up how it normally does, or if it continues to drop. Other than that, we're still looking for entries here. So nothing off the 3-minute, nothing off the 10-minute, nothing off the 1-minute over here. We haven't taken any trades today. There was everything that came up today actually hit TP. The breakout hit TP. The 3-minute daily hit TP. The 3-minute pivot scalp hit TP. But we haven't taken any trades ourselves. So kind of just sitting on our hands right now to see what happens when Powell speaks. If I see something that comes up prior to him speaking, though, I will take it. So for example, if we get a variation right here and it's before 7, I'm probably going to take it. It would need to be a good trade, though. It can't just be some random trade. It's going to have to be an actual solid variation. Move this lower. So just a reminder, guys, this dotted line right here is opening price, and this line right here is going to be 7 o'clock when Powell starts speaking. So we'll see what happens here. My trading view is frozen. Never mind, it just updated. All right, so we're good with that. Here goes the pending lower high right here. Oh, sorry, guys. I don't know if you guys see that. My screen keeps going in and out. I'll have to see what's wrong with that later. All right, so we have a pending high right here. Thanks, Charlie. Charlie said it's 53% short now. All right, so you got a pending high right here. Actually, it's pushing up higher. So it looks like a lot of people are leaving their short positions. It's now 53% short. If this starts to change to long, so if it goes to 50% long and higher, then our bias is definitely shifting to a sell. So we've been waiting for this to shift for the past 3 days now. It's finally shifting. So our bias is now shifting to a sell instead of a long. It was long pretty much all holiday season, November to December, and then now it's shifting to a sell. So we'll be looking for some sells. We still got to wait for Powell to finish speaking though. So FYI. Pending high right here for a variation. This is not going to be a variation version 2 though. So FYI here, I'll put the requirements for the version 2 just so that we're now familiar with it. So confirm high low indicator. Confirm the high is a green candle or low is a red candle. And then for 3, you want to confirm the candle following high low is a strong candle. No wick on top for green candle, or for sell. No wick on bottom for buy. So let's put these requirements here because a lot of people get confused with this variation. Save it as K2 1-minute variation K2. All right. So we'll just put this up right there so that you guys are familiar with the difference between the variation 1 and variation variation 2. So these are basically the 3 strategies that we've been applying for the past, a month to 3 months now. The variations and then the confluence. So these are the main things. Price is dropping super heavy right now. No entry off that. You can see that price is now going into consolidation, which is good. Yeah, you guys can see right here, price is now within a range. So this is exactly what you were looking for. You wanted price to go into a range, right? And there it is. It's now in a range. Technically, or no, this wouldn't be a triple confluence because this sell signal was over here. If this sell signal was over here and closed below, then it would be a triple confluence. However, it didn't, so there's no entry off that. There we go. Price closes below. As price closes below, this would be a high-low entry. So it'd be one of the triple strategies that we're using for the confluence. However, it's not one that I'm looking to take by itself. Because I'm looking for these triple confluences. So if you guys are not familiar with those strategies, go ahead and watch the mentoring session. I think in the next mentoring session, guys, I'll go over that strategy. I'll go pretty much over all the strategies on their own so that you guys can have an instructional video of like how to apply it by itself. But other than that, no entry off that. There'll also be no high-low of that because price actually didn't close below. So no high-low of that. The new low is going to be below here. This might set up for a variation for a buy, but I'm not looking to take any buys right now. I'm going to do this. It's below here. All right, so nothing good there. Let me scroll up real quick and see what else I'm missing. No, there's no sell variation right here at all. Donnie, where'd you see it at? So Donnie's asking if there was a sell variation right here. There wasn't. There's no double wick rejection, and there's no, if you look at the strategy here for version 2, there was no, first of all, this wasn't a green candle to the high. So the first requirement here is, well, you already confirmed it. The second requirement is confirm the high is a green candle or the low is a red candle. This high right here is a red candle. So you already don't get to the second requirement. So there's nothing there. And then even if you did have a green candle there, there's no strong red candle following it. So no variation right here off this. Yeah, if a hot set is getting close to the New York and London low. You see, I have it marked up on mine. Yeah, it's getting close to down here. Nice. Yeah, Paul said I might test out another strategy. He'll call it the double fake out. Yeah, if you see something good, then definitely Paul. Yeah, Powell's going to speak in about 2 minutes, guys. So if price suddenly starts pushing to the upside, you guys already know why, right? Because Powell's speaking. So you're going to see some movement right now. In the next couple of minutes when Powell starts to speak, you're either going to see price push up heavily or you're going to see it push down heavily. I don't recommend people chase the move because that could be a fake out or it can be some sort of manipulation to the upside or to the downside, right? Price generally rallies when Powell speaks, but not sure what he'll be confirming today because looking at his live stream, it's his confirmation hearing. I'm not sure exactly what he's going to be confirming. I mean, if he's confirming the interest rates, then it's not going to be good if interest rates go higher. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see what happens when he actually speaks. Gotcha, Paul. I just saw your message. Yeah, so you're looking for double or two-way projections off the previous low. So you're basically looking for a retest and failure. Gotcha. Yeah, Paul said he's being confirmed for his new term. Okay, so that's what it means. So he's being confirmed for his new term. I'm pretty sure he's still going to be discussing things though. So he'll be confirmed for his new term, but I'm not sure what else because I'm pretty sure he's still probably going to be talking about his policy changes for well, he's going to testify as well. So I guess it's during his confirmation hearing, but he's still going to be discussing stuff. So no, thanks for that, Michael, because I didn't know what he was getting confirmed for. But yeah, he's getting confirmed for his second term, his new term. And we'll see what he discusses during the actual confirmation hearing. So just it's 7 o'clock, guys. So price is starting to push to the upside. So we'll see what happens here. Not looking to enter anything yet. But if price does push back up to the opening price, which is this line right here, then we might have to start looking for some buys. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I see that, Charlie. I'm not looking to take it yet, though. Charles, sorry. Charles, yeah, I did see there's a pending buy here, which should be the daily for the 3-minute, but I'm not looking to take it just yet because not exactly sure where price is going to be going. So let's see, has he started speaking yet? All right, yeah, so he's going to start speaking shortly, guys. The stream here has changed, so he's going to start speaking right now. I guess I could turn on the volume so that we can hear when he starts speaking. Okay. So we got a pending high right there. So what I could anticipate happening right here is price is probably just going to consolidate and range within this area until Powell says something that will cause price to either break out to the upside or break out to the downside. Oh, and just FYI, guys, I took one trade yesterday during Asia and it played out perfectly. So later on, when if we do take a trade and I post my profits, I'm going to have an earlier profit from yesterday. I was following Asia after our mentoring session yesterday, and I saw a really good entry, so I took it. And I'll show you guys later once once we take another trade. So let's see. Just gotta wait for confirmation here. And some member in the group posted the boom index. I haven't seen people trade the boom index in like years. I didn't realize people still trade that thing. It's usually scammers that post it up, so I had to delete that guy off the group. And boom index, it's crazy. Sam said, Sean, I'm going to complain you took a trade outside the live session. LOL. Right, Sam? Yeah, I know. I kind of wish I took some pre-market trades though, because looking at the entries over here, there was a lot of entries that happened pre-market right here. Literally all the pre-market ones hit TP. So like this one over here, and I showed you guys like prior to the session going live. But yeah, there was a entry right here, variation that hit full TP. There was another one right here that hit full TP. There was another one right here that hit full TP, that hit full TP, that hit full TP. There's like 6 entries here that hit full TP pre-market. I didn't really look and trade it, but I mean, I probably should have this morning because it looked pretty good. Yeah, G said pre-market was really good. Got 3 trades within 15 minutes. Nice. Professor said, how dare you trade and profit outside the trading room? Who do you think you are? I expect you to trade every single day in the room. Then take at least 2 hours a week for a mentoring session. Yeah, no, definitely. That's funny, Professor. All right, Maddie said 52% short now, 50% short. Looks like a lot of people are exiting the shorts because everyone's anticipating what we're anticipating. So we're anticipating the bullish push when Powell starts speaking. And you can see right here, refreshing this, it's at 53, it's at 50% short now. It was at 53 and it's now at 50% short. So this over here is, it's a clear example that everyone is anticipating price to be bullish. So this is why you don't want to just hop into the buys. If you see price pushing to the upside, you probably don't want to chase it because you're probably going to see a lot of fake outs. Price will probably push up and then pull right back down. So the thing is, if you get in too late, you're probably going to get screwed because, the market makers know that. And the market makers who control the market. So if they know everyone's looking for a bullish move, they're going to give some people they're going to trick people, right? They're going to push price up and then spike it back down. And also, I just realized today's Tuesday, guys. It's Trap Tuesday. So just keep that in mind. I totally forgot that today is Trap Tuesday. Yeah, a lot of people always mention it in the morning, but today nobody mentioned it. So keep in mind that today, you probably expect
into the United States.
Okay, he's starting.
More than.
All right, guys. So Powell's going to start speaking shortly. Keep in mind that it is Trap Tuesday, so you want to be very careful entering these trades. You're probably going to be really tempted to hop into trades when you see volatility pushing very high in one direction, but you want to be aware that you guys might be falling for a trap. So just FYI.
At church gatherings.
All right, so Powell's going to start speaking. Charles said the 3-minute daily is now currently running. So this is a 3-minute daily right here, guys. I don't really recommend taking it because the fundamentals are so strong for a sell. I know Powell's speaking, so a lot of people are anticipating price to be bullish. However, the fundamentals are so far down. I wouldn't go against it right now. It's down 200 points still. So yeah, we have that marked up right there. You guys can see that there's technically a daily running, but it's so far against the fundamentals that I don't look like I would be looking to take it at the moment specifically. All right, so this high right here has been invalidated. Both of them were invalidated. This is actually going to be the high right there. And then another one right over here.
$39.
I'll just let them talk and I'll just mute it and I'll just come back to it to see where they're at. But yeah, we're pretty much just waiting for here. This is what we'll do. We'll see if we find an entry. If we see an entry come up, then I'll look to see if Powell's speaking and I'll look to see what everything else is looking like right now. The fundamentals are still very red, so I don't want to take any sells. I don't want to take any buys right now. I also don't want to risk taking any sells either because the typical push to the upside when Powell speaks. So we'll see shortly what the case will be there. Yeah, sorry guys, if my screen keeps going in and out, I think my cables are loose. I have to go and fix that after this. But yeah, on my screen it keeps blinking. All right, so looking at this right here, still no entry, but the range is getting tighter. So we got a pending low right there. There we go with that pending low. Price is right between. So here goes, price moves sideways. within this range right here. This might provide for a variation, but we'll see where it goes from here. I'm not really looking to take any buys just yet, because the fundamentals are just too strong. So if I'm looking to take any trades, it's probably going to be a sell. The only problem is I don't want Powell to come on the mic and then all of a sudden when he comes on, it causes price to go up super heavily. So no entry right there, but you can see that price is now consolidating within that little area. So big range right here. Here's the high, here's the low, and then here's the range within the range, which is a lot smaller. All right. So price isn't really moving as much. You guys can see right here, the current range for this one right here is only about 450 pips. Prior to that, price was ranging about 1,200 pips. So right before we got into Powell speaking, price was ranging about 1,200 pips. Now price is only ranging about 450 pips. So you guys can see the big differential prior to Powell speaking. When Powell does speak, when he actually speaks on the mic, then we'll see where that pushes price. Fauci's speaking right now too. Hey guys, so maybe this is what caused price to go down heavily earlier, because Fauci is actually speaking as well. I didn't realize Fauci was speaking. So it says Fauci testifies at Senate hearing on Omicron variant. So there's COVID news going on right now too, guys. So there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. This is gonna cause a lot of back and forth movement, because the thing is, Powell usually makes price go up and Fauci usually makes price go down when he talks about the COVID variant, or not just the variant, but COVID in general. So yeah, I don't know. This is going to raise a lot of red flags, because if Powell says something good, price will probably go up. And then if Fauci says something bad about COVID, then price will probably go down. This is probably not the best day to trade, guys. Just, FYI. So if you guys see some weird movement in price, and here's the thing, Fauci has been speaking for the last 70 minutes. So that could have been the cause of this drop right here. I mean, I don't know for sure if that was the cause of the drop. Thing is, we had no idea why price was dropping right here. Now that we see the live session, he was actually streamed for about 70 minutes now. So he's been on for a while. I'm not sure if he said something about the variant that caused price to go down. I don't know if he recommended closures again, because I did see in the news or in like certain counties, they're looking to possibly close down schools again, like elementary schools. They don't want kids going to school. And that's going to cause an issue, right? Because that's like pre-lockdown. It's just like a precursor to us locking down again. And I wouldn't be surprised. It's a brand new year. If another lockdown happens, I don't think it won't happen. But if it does happen, obviously that's going to cause the market's going to drop a bit. So just FYI, guys, just keep this in mind when you guys are taking a trade today. That some of the two biggest people who push price one or the other are currently speaking right now, and that's kind of why price is probably flat right now. It's probably flat because Powell hasn't spoken. When Powell speaks, price is probably going to go up, and then when Fauci says something, price is probably going to come right back down. But it's really interesting to see that they're talking at the same exact time. Usually they kind of spread them out, or they're like one after the other, but they're both, they're both speaking right now. So we got Powell over here.
Of course, none of the Fed's pandemic actions came without a cost. This negative real interest rate environment continues.
And here's
to
interest
distort
rate that I was
markets,
just talking about, guys.
Asset bubbles and punish savers. And the Fed has dramatically expanded its balance sheet with trillions of dollars in government bonds, effectively monetizing a lot of debt and facilitating profligate government spending. For the past 18 months, I cautioned that the Fed was fighting the last war, a mystery pathogen that led governments to collectively shut down the global economy when in fact a new enemy had arrived, and that was inflation. I'm relieved the Fed has acknowledged.
So yeah, they're talking about inflation, interest rates, stuff like that. Exactly what I was just discussing earlier, right? My own personal research kind of tied into what's going to be discussed today. So yeah, Patricia said, look at the momentum signals all next to each other. The market price doesn't know. Exactly, right? So there's a lot of momentum signals. Yeah, Patricia said, doesn't know what the hell it wants to do. There's a bunch of signals here going back and forth because it wants to push one way or the other, but it can't push that way just yet. So, I mean, we'll see what happens here. Yeah, Rick said mortgage rates are going way up. Yeah, so it looks like I might not be getting a house this year, huh, Rick? So I think if rates go up, though, price will probably go lower, right? Because I mean, they have to accommodate for the higher rates. But I don't know. Who knows? I'll still be looking for a house, but if I don't find one, then I'll wait for next year. Paul said, looks like an ascending triangle breakout to the upside. I could see that, especially when Powell starts to speak. So we'll see. And we have a low right here too. So we got this right here. We actually have a lot of zones here that are just being set up. I mean, yeah, as you can see right here, as I mark up these high lows, you can see that price has no idea where it wants to go. It's kind of just bouncing back and forth at this moment. So let me just update this stuff real quick. So just like Patricia said, the momentum signals don't know where to go. The high lows don't know where to go either. This price is just bouncing back and forth in this area. So looking at current price right here, you can see it's getting tighter and tighter. So we have the high right here, the low right here, the smaller high low, and then you have a tighter consolidation range within this area right here. So it's basically 3 consolidation ranges within one big consolidation range. And I mean, we'll see what happens shortly. What I'm hoping is that one of these people stops speaking. Like, I hope Fauci stops speaking.
$1 billion plus for testing. A variant is now spreading out of control across the country with places like Washington, D.C.
So we're waiting for this to, I mean, they're probably not going to be done speaking yet. It looks like they're kind of grilling Fauci right now.
With a 319% increase as of yesterday. Over the holidays, when Americans were instructed to do the responsible thing and get tests before they see loved ones.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on this morning. Let's see, Kevin said Trap Tuesday. What I notice is it is like a reversal of Sunday and Monday moves. Sometimes it's Wednesday. So today is very tricky, but it's playing for Powell positive talk. We'll see. Yeah, no, definitely, Kenneth. I can see that too. And you can see prices now pushing to the upside. Powell might be starting to speak right now. So that's why price is kind of going up. So as I mentioned before, guys, if price comes back to this opening line right here and closes above it, then we'll start looking for some buys, or maybe we'll start looking for some buys before it. However, right now, this would technically be an entry for a high-low scalp. As I mentioned before, guys, I'm not looking to take any single strategies right now. It wouldn't fall under a triple confluence because we didn't have a buy signal, but price did break this high. So these highs here have been invalidated. The new high will be right here. Right there. And then now this range is just, pretty much going sideways. Let's see. Charles said that the recrest is stop loss and came back to entry. So let me see that real quick. Yeah, it looks like it got really close, huh? Yeah, it actually got really close and it's about to hit TP right there, Charles. And that would have been a good late entry. So that would be the daily entry right here for the 3-minute. It's not one that I would recommend because the fundamentals are so strong. Oh, there we go, Powell.
Committee of the United States Senate.
So when Powell starts speaking, we're probably going to see price go
Please be seated.
heavily to the upside.
Chair Powell, we welcome you to the committee. If you'd like to introduce family or friends, feel free. Please begin your testimony. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Is this on? Yes, thank you. I didn't bring any family or friends here today in light of the limited seating circumstances, but I will mention them in my testimony. Thank you. Chairman Brown, Ranking Member Toomey.
All right, so Powell is now speaking. Price will probably continue pushing up. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, Paul didn't take it either. Yeah, there's just too many red flags today, guys. As much as I do want to enter some trades, I totally forgot the Fed was speaking today. As much as I do want to enter trades, there's just too many things happening behind the scenes that are just would cause price to go the wrong way, right? Like Powell here will cause price to go up. Fauci is still speaking. I mean, he's been speaking for a long time. He's been going on for about over 70 minutes now. So well over an hour he's been speaking. He's not speaking right now, but they're asking questions. He's just
The White House press secretary had previously mocked the very idea of doing what the president later announced. In a sarcastic and withering tone, when this was first proposed, she had 4 questions. Whether we should just send one to every American, then what happens? How much does it cost?
Yeah, they're basically just grilling Fauci and I mean, whoever else works with Fauci and Walensky. They're basically just grilling them about COVID and the variants and stuff like that. Yeah, Patricia, no, me too. Yeah, Patricia, Sean, I honestly wouldn't trade today. I would call it. Yeah, I'm probably not going to trade today, guys. There's just too much stuff going on today. The Fed speaking, Fauci speaking. There's no clear direction. The fundamentals are very strong for a sell. There's just a lot of things that are just kind of contradicting each other today and will cause price to go back and forth. So I'll be on the live right here. If you guys have questions, I'll answer questions for you guys, but I'm not looking to really take anything. If I see something good, I'll look and I'll see. But there's just too much stuff that's going on that could easily affect our trade. And that's the last thing I wanted to do, right? We've been on a hot streak right now. We haven't lost any trades in the past about 3 months now on these live sessions. So I don't want to risk it taking a really risky trade, just because if I see something really good, then maybe, but for the most part, there's a lot of stuff that's going on that could cause our trade to go sideways. So, I mean, if you guys have any questions, you can ask any questions you guys have. Normally, I don't answer questions during these live sessions, but today I can answer whatever questions you guys have. If you want me to cover something for you guys, then I can. I'll still be looking at the charts though. So just FYI, I'll still be here looking at the charts. If I see something good, I'll tell you guys and I'll see if it's risky or not. However, I mean, price isn't really doing much at all right here. But yeah, thanks Patricia for the heads up. I probably would have just kept looking actively, but you're right. It's definitely not a good day to be trading. Patricia has to remind me that the market's not good, then although the market is not good. Same with Maddie, and everybody. So thanks for the heads up, guys. I do agree with you guys. It's not really a good day to be trading anyway. So we'll be here, but I'm not looking to take any trades on my own. Yeah, Kenneth said, yeah, it's a day for the market makers. I agree. So see what happens here. So there still isn't much movement. Let's see. Yeah, so I mean, I'll keep giving you guys analysis and we'll keep following to see if anything happens here, but nothing's really happening. Price is just going sideways at this moment. Eventually it's going to break out. So just keep in mind, eventually it's probably going to break out. Let's see what Powell is saying right now.
And expanded our analysis and monitoring of financial stability. We will remain vigilant about new and emerging threats. We also updated our monetary policy framework, drawing on insights from people and communities across the country to reflect the challenges of.
I mean, just listening to Powell, it just says like I just feel like he's saying good things, even though I don't know what he's talking about. But just listening to him. But you go from Fauci, like this is positive stuff because he's talking about good things about the economy, like proactive things that they're doing to better the economy post-COVID. You go over here to Fauci and you see him just attacking Fauci.
The administration's not responded to my letters. Maybe folks at the White House don't think they need to respond to Republican senators. I think my record shows I'm approaching all of this as I have for the last 20 years.
So you get like really positive news here from Powell and you get really negative news here from Fauci. So this is why it's really important that you guys probably be careful today if you guys decide to trade, because you can see right there, price is starting to drop a little bit. I can't say exactly why it's starting to drop, but I mean, you can just see Fauci's over there getting grilled by that Republican senator. Anyways, back to the charts over here. We have a low. This would technically be a variation for a buy if it closes. No, never mind. It's not. Or maybe a variation one if you get a double wick. No, so no variation off that. But yeah, price is starting to come back down. There we go. As price starts to drop lower and lower. See, so a lot of you guys here did trade pre-market though, and some of you guys did take some of the trades that we looked at earlier. So just looking at the profits this morning, some of you guys did pretty well. Professor here started applying the strategies on his own after sitting in on the live session yesterday. So he did take the trades on his own right here. He locked in some pretty good wins, 1,333. So Professor's not confident with taking trades on his own just yet, but he is practicing. So with that practice, he's going to be ready once the real thing comes around. So nice work right there, Professor. Scrolling down a couple other pre-market trades here. Tuan over here locked in a total of 20,000 for the day. Wow. He took the sells right here. Looks like this was after the live session started at 6:48. So right after the live session, I think he probably caught the breakout. It looks like he caught the breakout. So he probably caught the breakout. And then he also caught the snipe over here and the 3-minute over here. So he caught like a bunch of trades. All the ones that I said were risky and I wasn't really recommending people take. Tuan actually took them and he hit full TP on all of them. So he's up 20K for the day. That's crazy. Nice work, Tuan. Sean over here too. So Sean locked in the profit of 1,144. Nice work, Sean. Looks like he took the sells as well. There's a variation. Oh, no, never mind. No variation there, guys. Sorry. I thought there was a variation, but there wasn't. It was close, but not close enough for that entry right there. Yeah, no variation, but the range is still ranging within that area. Anyways, back to the profits over here. C-Soup locked in a total of 4,375 for the day. Nice work, C-Soup. Yeah, other than that, oh, thanks, Ken. Ken, I didn't even see that you posted that there. So he posted the live stream for Powell right there. Other than that, let me scroll up real quick. Lisa over here too. So a couple people here traded pre-market. Lisa traded last night during Asia session. She locked in a total of 1,574. I know you're sick, Lisa, so hopefully you're feeling better. She's working from home right now, so she's able to trade. Narita over here as well, locked in 6,000 for the day. This was yesterday during Asia session and pre-market. So nice work right there, Narita. Locked in a total of 6,000. And then his other account right here, 6,186. Great work across the board right there. Lisa over here again, during London session, she locked in a total of 2,457. Nice work, Lisa. Angela over here as well. So she caught US 30 from the low. She caught it as it swung up, and then she also caught some trades for GJ, total of 905 for the day. So great work right there, Angela. Also Charles over here, he took a small trade, locked in 22 bucks, and he said that's it for him. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people here are being really cautious with the trades, which makes sense. CERN over here as well, locked in a total of 3,000. So CERN over here started this account with 100 euros. He's currently up now 3,804 euros. So he's been killing it. I think he showed me profits yesterday. He was up 3,533 euros. And then he made another 300 euros this morning. He's now at 3,804. So great work right there, CERN. Other than that, I think that's it for right now. Anyways, back to the charts, you can see price is just going sideways at this moment, which is kind of surprising because you kind of expect with Powell speaking, price would be pushing, one way or the other. Here's Rochelle Walensky. She's the CDC director.
Are resolving. For example, you're without a fever for 24 hours.
She's now responding to the committee with regard to the Omicron response.
In bank
Powell is now still speaking as well too.
And fair lending and things like that. But just focusing on monetary policy, our principal tool is interest rates, and they affect demand over time.
So I could see Powell. Powell sounds like he's talking about good things for the economy. He's talking about proactive things to bring the economy back up post COVID. Yeah, Peter said she's wearing 2 masks. Peter said, "Is that the professor from Money Heist?" Oh man, you guys are funny, dude. You're killing me. Yeah, she is wearing 2 masks. I mean, she's that double protection, right? But yeah, so guys, just comparing the two, I know it's funny, but this isn't good because obviously, they're attacking them, and it's not good for the economy because you're talking about COVID stuff, possible shutdowns, possible more mandates, a lot of new things that obviously are not going to be beneficial for us. I mean, beneficial in the way that we're going to prevent COVID, but not beneficial in the way where things get shut down, which is, instantly related to the US 30 with regard to the stock market. So as you can see here, this is where we're starting to get the kind of crazy moves. Look at this candle right here. So this candle right here broke out, and then it came right back down. Now you can see prices starting to move a little crazy. And this is where you don't want to be trading. So I'll keep watching it, guys, but just like I mentioned before, price is starting to move a little crazy now. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with the market. Yeah, Maddie said the market's spiky now. I saw your message, Ray. Yeah, Charles said that the daily hit TP. So yeah, full TP right there off the daily on the 3-minute. I didn't take the trade, but we did mark it up. Charles did identify it. So nice work on that, Charles. I know you didn't take it, but definitely great work in seeing that trade there. But yeah, guys, you can see the market is starting to move a bit crazy. We went from price barely moving right here. Price barely moving, sorry, not right there. Price barely moving prior, right here, about 400 pips or so. And then we just have a big spike in price right here for about nearly 1,000 pips. So, guys, just be very careful with these entries here. Obviously I personally wouldn't recommend you guys trade, but I mean, if you guys want to trade, I would be very, very careful. So the problem with this right here too, guys, is that we have a huge area of liquidity. Look at all these lows right here that have not been triggered, right? There's a huge area of liquidity right here. So what you could expect is, so there's a big area of liquidity right here. What you guys could possibly expect is if price ends up coming below here and it triggers all of these, this area of liquidity, you'll probably see a big spike to the downside. Like if you see price come down to here, then you're probably going to see it drop way below even further. Because the thing is, like I mentioned earlier, guys, so a lot of people anticipate price to be bullish. I feel like a lot of people don't even know that Fauci is speaking right now. And now he's officially speaking.
Laboratories at NIAID, as well as from laboratories throughout the world, have indicated.
So Fauci is speaking. I don't think anyone realized that Fauci is speaking because I think everyone thinks just Powell is speaking. There's no news here regarding Fauci speaking. It's just Powell. So with Powell speaking right now, everyone thinks price is going to be bullish, right? So if everyone thinks price is going to be bullish, there's no live stream here for Fauci, even though it does affect the market. So now that we know that Fauci is speaking, this could cause price to spike down. And the thing is, if everyone's looking to buy because Powell is speaking, so as for example, right here, if everyone enters a buy here, right, because Powell started speaking somewhere around this area, if everyone entered a buy around this point because they think price is going to go up, because you guys have, I'm pretty sure all of you guys have done this before, you think price is going to go up, so you enter a buy and then you just hope that price is going to skyrocket to the moon, right? You just have like a stop loss at the previous swing, which would be right here. And then you have another previous swing, which would be right here. So what happens is a lot of people place their stop loss either at this swing or at this swing or at this swing. You know, at each swing, there's going to be a lot of areas where people place their stop loss. So what happens when price finally drops to that point, right? When price drops to this point right here, the first area of stop loss, what happens? The stop losses get triggered, and when that gets triggered, it triggers liquidity, right? And when liquidity gets triggered, it pushes it down further. So as it pushes it down further, what happens when the stop losses right here get triggered? It pushes it down even farther. So it hits the stop losses right there, and then it just goes on a stop loss hunt to the bottom right here. Because as it triggers these stop losses, prices drops lower, hits more stop losses, drops even lower, and then price just ends up down here. And then as soon as price is down here, it just skyrockets right back up, right? You guys have seen that before, where your stop loss gets triggered and then you try to re-enter and then you just get stopped out again, you get stopped out again, and then it shoots all the way up. So you guys got to see this from a psychological perspective. You know, just think about what everyone else is doing. If everyone's looking for a buy, where their stop loss is going to be. Their stop loss is going to be around here, around here, around here, and around here. If these stop losses get triggered, price is going to push down harder, and it's going to end up down here. You know, the last line of stop losses would be around this area right here. So when price drops below here, you're probably going to see price swing all the way back up. And I'm sure this is, you know, this has happened to me a lot of times initially when I first started trading. And then you see price come around this area and it just starts to curve around here. And then it just skyrockets all the way back up, right? You guys have seen that before. So, you know, just FYI, be careful if that becomes the case here. All right, so nothing's really happened. I mean, price is still going back and forth around this area, but whenever, you know, one of these people cause price to go up or down, then you're probably going to see a spike in either direction. Fauci's currently speaking right now.
Inevitably will be the emergence of future pandemics. The NIAID will play an important role in the multi-billion-dollar all-of-government plan for pandemic preparedness. Our mission is the rapid development and implementation of successful countermeasures against several prototype pathogen families of viruses that threaten the health and safety not only of our nation, but of the entire world. Thank you for your attention, and I would be happy to answer your questions following the presentations.
So they're going to be going on for a long time, guys. I think Fauci's going to be going on for a couple hours because he said they're just going to go over the presentations right now. So they're going to be going on for a while. Same as Powell. Powell's probably going to go on for like maybe an hour or so. And Fauci's going to keep going on as well. So, yeah, I mean, my recommendation is to just be very careful, guys. Matt, you're going to be looking for, gotcha. That might be good, Maddie, possibly. Yeah, no, definitely Patricia. So Patricia's out for the day. I agree, Patricia. I'm not looking to take any trades. I mean, if I see something, then maybe I'll mark it up for you guys and tell you guys. It is getting close to 8 though. So, you know, at this point, even if like Fauci or Powell were speaking, I still probably wouldn't be looking for some trades. But yeah, I'll hang around, guys. If you guys have questions, you know, feel free to ask questions. Hopefully you guys understand the reason why we're being very cautious today. You know, everyone here kind of sees it that it's not a good day to trade, with it being Trap Tuesday, with Powell speaking and Fauci speaking at the same time. If one of them were speaking, so say for example, if it was just one of them speaking, like just Powell, then great, I'd be looking for buys. If just Fauci was speaking, then I would just be looking for sells. However, with both of them speaking, Powell might say something good, cause price to go up like it did right here off this green candle, and then Fauci could say something bad, and it'll just cause price to go down right here. Not necessarily something bad, but Fauci will confirm, you know, the scares with regard to COVID, and you know, it's not going to be good for the economy, of course. So yeah, hopefully you guys understand, you know, the risk of trading today. And you can just look at the market here. It's not even moving at all. It's not one-sided. It's kind of just going back and forth. It dropped right here. Now it's slowly making its climb before it either continues to push up or breaks below, right? One of two things will happen. It'll either break up or it'll break below. Yeah, Ken said good cop, bad cop. Exactly. So like, yeah, you know, Powell will be the good cop because he says good things about the economy. He wants to make sure that everyone's confident about things going up. And then Fauci will say, you know, the bad things that can happen with regard to COVID. They're not necessarily saying bad things. They're just, you know, Fauci's talking about things regarding COVID, which will negatively affect the market. And Powell is talking about resolutions to those bad things, basically, with regards to the economy. Yeah, exactly. Maddie said price is squeezing. Let's see, Juan's asking, how much would I need to trade US 30 on Hugo's Way? I want to open a small personal account. So I wouldn't trade US 30 on Hugo's Way with anything less than 1,000, Juan. And the reason for that is because they use standard lot sizes. So like 0.01 would be equal to 0.10 on FTMO and like other brokers. So leverage, you would need about 1,000 to handle like, you know, any drawdown. Especially if you're using like Hugo's Way, because generally for Hugo's Way, if you're taking like bigger or like normal intraday positions, you would need at least you'd use a 0.01 per 1,000. For scalps, you can use a 0.3 because you're going for a small stop loss. But that would probably be the bare minimum that I would recommend you use for Hugo's Way. I have about 2,000 in my account. Whenever I get close to like 5,000, I make my withdrawal. I just keep it around that area because I don't fully trust Hugo's Way, but I mean, they're probably like one of the better options at the moment for MC4. Other than that, let me see if I'm missing anything over here. Scrolling down. Peter, I just saw your message. Miles said Fauci isn't wearing a mask, but people around him are. Things that make you go, I didn't even realize that, huh? I just noticed that now. Well, he's done speaking now, but he wasn't wearing a mask when he was speaking earlier. I did notice. Now that you mentioned, I do notice it, Miles. That's crazy. Yeah. All right, guys. So price is dropping right here. Like I mentioned before, guys, price might drop heavily if it reaches these areas right here. So normally what I do is I remove these lines, but I'm going to leave these lines up so that you guys can see if price decides to drop. You know, it's hitting liquidity around that area. So you can see price starting to drop a little bit heavier because it did hit these stop losses right here. It's starting to drop even further. If you see it drop all the way to the bottom, no surprise, right? It's pretty much what we anticipated as it hits liquidity. And there you go. Price is dropping pretty heavy now because it's hitting all these stop losses. So it hits the stop losses, pushes a little lower. If it reaches this point, it's probably gonna have a bigger drop. I mean, it's doing pretty much what we anticipated. So we'll keep watching it. Anyways, let me just scroll up real quick. Henry's asking, do we have to wait? Do we have more weight on fundamentals over technicals? Yes, always, Henry. Technicals are always going to be last. Retail sentiment's going to be first, fundamentals are going to be next, and technicals are going to be last. Maddie said high, low, sell. Where'd you see the high, low, sell, Maddie? Oh, okay, no signal. Oh, you're talking about just the, yeah, my bad. I was thinking about variation. Every time you talk to me, Maddie, I think about variation. I don't even think about high lows anymore. But yeah, Juan, I don't know if you like missed my response. Did you miss what I said, Juan, regarding the US 30? I just said that you need about 1,000. Yeah, you need about 1,000 to trade US 30 on Hugo's Way. If you want something smaller, then you have to open on a different account. You can use something like CoinX, but Hugo's Way, you'd have to use at least 1,000 to cover the leverage. Basically the capital requirement, because you'll get margin called out if you have too small of an account. You can technically start with something smaller, but it's not recommended because you don't want to get margin called out of a trade. All right, so price is dropping a little further, just like we mentioned earlier. You know, just like I drew up earlier, guys. So I drew up this whole area right here, right? And I mentioned if price reaches this lower point, it's probably going to keep dropping lower. And that's exactly what happened here. So price was above here. I said if price hits this area, it's probably gonna drop lower. And if it hits this area, it's probably gonna drop lower. Right here, it might retrace up a little bit. And then if it hits this area here, it'll probably drop even lower to this line. All right, let's see. Question from Vince. Vince said, hey, Sean, within the last hour, there's so many snipes that would have hit TP. When would you say is a good time to take those trades? I mean, anytime would be a good time to take the trades. It's just you're going to be taking a risk because Powell is speaking, right? There's like other factors in the market that are causing it to be risky. It's not necessarily risky because, well, I mean, these trades here wouldn't have came before Fauci. You could have taken these trades right here. So all these 6 snipes over here would have been fine. I just wouldn't take these right here. Like I wouldn't take the opening candle and I wouldn't take anything down here because this is all going to be risky moves due to what's going on behind the scenes. So all of these right here would have been fine. You can take them pretty much all day if you want. The only thing that makes it risky is when there's news happening events. So you could have taken any of these snipes here. There's like 6 of them that hit. There is one right here, one right here, one right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, about 5 entries there. Because the thing at this time, there's not really much going on in the market. So you could have taken these snipes over here. Just one thing that you want to make sure of, because I know the fundamentals were red, so you wouldn't have taken any buys. I know there's a buy entry right here. There's like one right here, one buy. I wouldn't have taken the buy because the fundamentals were red. So I would have looked for some sells. So you could have taken these sells, but I would not have taken the buy there. You know, a reminder, guys, whenever you guys take a trade, there's 2 things that you guys want to look at first. You always want to look at retail sentiment. This is going to be number 1. Number 2, you want to look at fundamentals. And then lastly, technicals are always going to be last. So I know that we have a strategy here that works. Obviously, all of our strategies here work, but this isn't going to be your first thing. You want to make sure that you're trading in the proper direction before you start applying the strategies. So you want to make sure that you have a bias with regard to fundamentals and retail sentiment before you go over to, you know, the actual strategies and apply them, because you want to make sure that you're applying them in the proper direction. Yeah, exactly, Maddie. The most recent snipes do look good. These right here, all these sells. I mean, you could have taken these buys too last night. Like last night, market was still bullish, so you could have taken these over here. But I know this morning it was bearish, so I wouldn't have taken these. This is actually from from London session. So like last night it was still bullish, and then this morning it became bearish when price started to swing below here. So something to keep in mind. All right, so there's nothing really much here. If you guys have any questions, you know, feel free to drop your questions in the chat, guys. I know normally I don't answer questions, but today we just don't have any trades to take. Majority of people are already out. Patricia's not taking any trades. Maddie's not taking any trades. I'm not either. So other than that, let's see if there's anything else here that I need to look at. Let me just clean this up a little bit, so that you don't have too much of junk on the chart right now. Let me just clean this stuff up here and take this off. Another pending low right there. Let's see. So a couple of people here sent out their profits. So CT said, this is all about I can justify with sideways markets now. Done unless I really drop lot size. So yeah, CT over here locked in some pretty decent profit. He locked in about, looks like well over 4,000 right here. So nice work, CT. He made some trades during the day. I'll post my profits too from Asia session. I know I normally don't, but I'll just show you guys what I did during Asia session if you guys want to go and compare that. They were variation entries that I took. Charlie said, did some trades yesterday and 2 this morning. So Charlie locked in a total of 1,448 for today. Nice work, Charlie. And then Angela over here took another GJ trade, locked in a total of 1,417. Nice work, Angela. Yeah, you guys are doing great. Yeah, Angela said, got one more GJ trade in the last 1 minute pivot scalp buy, exceeded her goal. So she's now done for the day. Happy trading, everybody. Yeah, definitely. So we'll see you tomorrow, Angela. Maddie over here has some baby profits. So Maddie's doing pretty good. I mean, overall, you're still pretty heavy, Maddie. I don't know what is that. That's like 3, 6, 9. So you got about 12K right there. And you got about 5. So you got like close to 20K for the week, bro. That's a lot. I mean, overall for the week, you're doing pretty good. Yeah. So right here, straight profits, guys. Literally. Straight profits. All days, every day has been a winner for Maddie here. So all of these have been win. And then Maddie just started another, he just passed another FTMO. Nice. Yeah, Maddie, you're on fire, bro. You're about to max out all your accounts within the next couple of weeks or so. Jeff over here too. Nice work, Jeff. Jeff locked in a total of 2,023. Nice work, Jeff. Joshua over here too. Joshua said, I shouldn't have traded. Get back tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, it's all good, Joshua. I mean, a lot of days like this, it's just risky. And he said that his MT4 kept logging on and off. You know, that's usually a sign not to trade. So, I mean, it's all good, Joshua. You'll bounce back tomorrow. I think that's it for the Orain over here too. So Orain locked in his profits too, locked in a total of 310. Nice work, Orain. But yeah, so I'll take a screenshot of my profits and I'll show you guys what I did last night. So I know a lot of you guys like to, I'm not going to do this like often, but I'll just do it for today because a lot of you guys want to see what I take during Asia. They're just variation entries that I saw. I think I even had to close it early because the spread was just ridiculous. But let me just take a screenshot of this right here. And the profits were kind of like all over the place. They weren't aligned. It was just weird profits. And I'll show you right now real quick. Let's see. See. So here are the profits right here. So yeah, here's the my personal account. I locked in like $10, like nothing. Here's my MFF. Like, man, MFF still throws me off, guys. Well, during Asia, the spread is super wide, so that's probably why I locked in 360. But this is a huge difference compared to my main account. So my main account, I locked in 1,125, and my MFF only locked in 360. So the spread's like pretty crazy. This is why I don't trade Asia session at all, because the MFF spread just doesn't make any sense. I literally made like less than half profit compared to and I took the same lot size. So it's just too risky and it's not really worth the risk, in my opinion. So I don't necessarily plan on trading Asia very much. It's just I saw something really good yesterday and that's why I took it. And here's my copier. So my personal account, $10, MFF 360. My copier, 825, and then my main account, 1,125. So a lot of the profits were different. Let me just give a little description here. Didn't take any trades during the live session today due to the market conditions. Did lock in a little something during Asia yesterday. I always got to make sure that I give you guys a description here, because if not, I'll get like a bunch of messages from people asking a million questions about these trades here. So I always got to give at least a little description there for you guys. I'll move this over right here. All right. And I think that's it for that right there. Let me see if there's anything else that I missed over here for the group. All right, so nothing there. Anyways, Nice. So yeah, Maddie's up 19.1K so far for the week. So you're killing it, Maddie. Super heavy on those right there. Anyways, going back to the questions over here. Adele is asking, what is your TP stop loss during Asia session? So it depends. The volatility was high yesterday, Adele, so I took the normal TP stop loss 100 to 300. If the volatility is low, then I'll take half of that. So I'll do 50 to 150. I mean, it just depends. I'll usually only trade Asia if the volatility is actually moving. So yesterday it was actually moving. That's why I took it. It was actually moving pretty quick. Like all the trades were hitting. And that's the main reason why I took it. But generally, I wouldn't even think about trading Asia session. It was just that the market was actually moving pretty quickly. So that's why I hopped into the trades there. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else. It's 7:55 right now, guys. So I'm pretty much done trading for the most part. Unfortunately, we couldn't catch anything during the live. Let's see. So Fauci, yeah, you guys are right. Fauci isn't wearing a mask, which is crazy.
Full of antigen testing would be. And as a matter of fact, when
It kind of blows my mind, right? Like he's not wearing a mask, but everyone else has to wear a mask. I don't know, guys. Who's this guy?
You confirmed that inflationary.
He's asking a question to Powell. I was like, Powell looks different. It's not Powell. Oh, gotcha. Or he's not wearing a mask either. Senator, I don't know what his name is.
Million at-home test.
There is a version 2 that's pending right here for sale. Yeah, I mean, there's a version 2 there. Do you guys plan on taking it? Maddie? Let's see. So I'll mark it up for you guys here. Yeah, you'll hop into it with you guys too. Never mind, there's no version 2. There's a wick on top. So no version 2 right there, guys. Or it might be a version 1 if it pushes up a little higher. Doesn't look like it though. Yeah, Maddie's mad. He was waiting for that. Yeah, no, there's no variation there. Unfortunately. No, that would have been a good one too. I was thinking about possibly taking that too because it'd have a pending sell. And with Fauci speaking, it would have been good. Yeah, no, I agree with you guys. I agree with Mauricio and everyone else. That it is hard to speak with a mask. I mean, I can't even gym with a mask on. Thankfully, like we don't have to wear masks at my gym. I live in Orange County, so they're kind of, they don't really care over here for the most part. Let's see, Joshua said, I have a colleague from grad school that runs his security detail, and he said that Fauci doesn't wear a mask. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I do find it kind of interesting, but I mean, whatever. I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all, so whatever. If he doesn't want to wear a mask, then it's all good. I mean, I personally don't like wearing masks either. I mean, if I have to, I'll wear it, but I personally don't like it. Yeah, Maddie here is still looking for a variation. There's no variation here again, unfortunately. It's just kind of just bouncing back and forth around that area. So guys, it's about to be 8 right now. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop questions in the chat. Otherwise, I think we're gonna wrap up the session early. It's not really worth trading. It's just too risky to really hop into stuff at the moment. So we'll see. The range here is getting wider though. So all the lows and the highs here have been invalidated. We're now in a pretty wide range at this point. And, you know, we'll see what happens here as price continues to move along. But I don't think I'm going to be taking any trades. Yeah, Maddie said, I give up. I'm just gonna wait for this candle. If it's not, I'm hopping off. Definitely, Nick. We'll see you tomorrow. So yeah, there's not gonna be entry right here either, Maddie. The variation. Andre is asking Sean, why isn't the 1056 candle a variation? So 1056, which is 7:56 my time. So here, let me just replay it real quick, Andre. There's no variation here because looking at the requirements, let's see. Okay, so requirement number for the original variation, right? The requirements here require that you confirm a high-low using the high-low indicator. We have a high right there, right? The second confirmation is that you confirm there's a double wick rejection. There's no double wick rejection there. So this is out of the window. There's no version 1. Version 2, you want to confirm the high-low. Same thing we did here. There's a high there. You want to confirm the high is a green candle. There we have a green candle there. You want to confirm that the candle following the high-low is a strong candle. For a sell, you're looking for no wick on the top, right? There's a wick on the top, so no entry there. So both of them here, no entry for either variation. Does that make sense, Andre? Yeah, the wick was kind of small, but there was a wick there, unfortunately. Maddie was waiting for that. So we were all looking for that trade there. And it didn't close because there was a wick on the top. So unfortunately, no entry off that. But yeah, it's I know it's kind of confusing at times because the wick will be really small. But yeah, there was a wick there, unfortunately. So no entry off that. All right, guys. So I think that's it for the session. There's nothing that we can take right now, unfortunately. There was a lot of trades in the beginning prior to Fauci speaking. No, prior to Biden, not Biden, prior to Powell speaking. Man, I wish we knew Fauci was speaking earlier this morning, because if Fauci was speaking, well, if we knew he was speaking, I would have been down to take all the sells here. Like I would have taken all the sells that came up that we were looking at. But unfortunately, we didn't know he was speaking until after. So, you know, it's just take this as a lesson of being disciplined, guys. Just sit out the market and then wait until tomorrow, or you guys can wait until they're done speaking, which will probably be in the next 2 or 3 hours. So other than that, guys, have a great rest of your morning. I don't recommend you guys trade, but if you guys do, always remember to use proper risk management. So other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow for the next live session. So see you guys.